All right, so let's definitely get warmed up, and we're gonna work on the immune system today. And I think I'll go the other way. I read some articles, if people have done one shot out of the two for the coronavirus, that you're actually more susceptible until you get the second one. Now the elbows. So we want to really be cautious, extra super cautious, washing hands, washing hands, washing hands. Definitely don't have to say use a face mask. Go back the other way. And so we want to build up the immune system to help during this kind of little bit extra vulnerability time period. And we've done it before, so you might recognize it. It's called the Wu Ji. Now the shoulder, big, wide turn as you swing it back. Full rotation. If you can't, just whatever rotation you can do that won't hurt. And go back the other way. And this way. And forward. To get a twist in the waist at the same time. Now, for sure, the waist swinging like a hula hoop. And back the other way. And knees together. And reverse. And then the knee, ankles and toes. Really getting it lubricated. And back the other way. And then the other foot, while you're doing the other foot, I'll show you an alternative for those that have a hard time with that, is that you can use your hands and really crank your ankle around, even putting your fingers in between the toes and back the other way as an alternative. Sometimes it's really hard to get that ankle moving, and so we're helping it that way. Okay. And now the neck. If you're freedom of movement, just move your head around. If there's pains, then we'll start, just hold your head forward. You pick your method. If there's any neck pain, then just don't twist it, don't spiral it, just hold it. And then go back and hold it, don't bob. Just stretch. And one more time. And back And if you are twisting now, go back the other way. Otherwise, hold your head in one side. And then back the other way, or the other side. And one more. And the last time. Now with open fingers, just keeping it lower, just swinging, just to kind of get the blood moving and circulating. You can feel it if your feet are shoulder widths apart. You can feel a little twisting in the waist and the knees. We don't have to raise them up. We'll just keep them this way. And then bring our hands onto the lower dantian. We're going to start deep into the center, where the Wuji is working on the iron element, helping with the metal element. And lungs are included there. So we're going to start really deep. Breathing in and out of your nose. Just by touching the lower dantian area, you're starting to get the action going deep, deep inside. As you breathe in, feel it warming up, a little ball of energy warming up right in the lower dantian area. Breathing in and out of your nose. And you come back, hold onto your kidneys. And just by touching, again, where your mind goes, the energy goes, and here where your hands are touching, it's warming up the kidneys, which affect your white blood cells and the creation of the white blood cells for your immune system. And now rub it. So it's really activating it. You can feel that sensitivity. And it's going deep into the kidneys, which is then starting the creation of helps. You're always building and creating white blood cells, but you're giving it an extra boost into the center of the bone marrow. And that's the whole key. Now we're starting way down deep, activating, strengthening. And now with like circles, it's called beating the heavenly drum. Kind of slow, we'll start slow, right along the spine. And slowly get a little faster. Not on the spine, but just on the sides of the spine. You can feel that jarring, the deep movement. Get faster and faster. Now we're relaxing. And now we're going to be beating the kidney meridian ends here. It goes from the bottom of your foot, but it ends here. We're going to swing and tap. And when you're swinging, so bring your foot up, twist, and raise your heel up. So this whole action of that whole meridian is being activated. You're hitting the back, you're hitting the top of the meridian, and you're twisting the foot, activating the bottom of the meridian. And we're going to go a little faster. A little faster. You might get so fast that it's hard to bring your feet up. That's okay. You might even have to leave your feet on the ground so you don't fall down, but try to go as fast as possible with a little twist on the top. And then slow down. You can feel the heartbeat. This is a real more and more yang oriented. Now, the sternum here, right below the sternum, is also an area of creation of the enzymes that affect the white blood cell count. So we're tapping. If you have any buttons, be careful, don't hit a button. Right on the sternum. We're going slow, one hand at a time. And then slowly get faster. And faster. Fast as you can. It's hard to get the rhythm when you're going really fast. And one big clump. So you can feel again. Put your hands on the lower dantian, and where's this activity? Feel it, sense it. What's been stimulated from way deep at the bottom of your foot is rising up and out, getting very, very active. And you can feel what's going on. Just a second. So now we're going to rise even higher. As I bring my hands up, I go up on the balls of my feet, way up into the sky, and then a big swoosh down. Bring it down. So raising it, breathing it in, coming up on the balls of your feet, and then a quick down. As you breathe in, and then make noise as you go down. Send it out through your mouth. So you're breathing in through your nose, and then blow it out through your mouth. Because you get more out that way. Breathing in is a slow breathing in through the nose, and then quick out, down. Bringing it up again. One last time. They breathe in. And out. As I bring my hands up to the sides, I'm staying flat on my feet, but now I want like an electric shock, wiggle all the way down as I breathe out. Breathing in slowly through the nose, and then out through the mouth with a wiggle. Everything wiggles. Breathing in, smooth, and like electric shock. Hips, wrists, knees, ankles, everything shimmies. I guess shimmy is better than shiver. 2 more times. And breathe in and out. And up. And shimmer. And again, bring our hands back into the lower dantian, shoulder widths apart. Breathing in, feel, might even be out of breath. Everything's been stimulated. And bringing it out from this core of the bone marrow, the white blood cells are getting multiplied for the immune system. You breathe in and out of the nose to calm down slightly. And all of this was so far to activate the Wuji, the immune system. Now that it's been activated, we want to work on strengthening it, centering around the metal element and the lungs. So we'll start in the prayer position, fingers pointed up close to the body, feet shoulder width apart. As I breathe in, I come up high, and this is bringing the air into the upper chamber of the lungs. And breathe out, comes down, stays pointing up the hands. Breathing in and coming way up into the upper chamber because of stretching. High, feet on the ground, still flat, and breathe out. And breathing in. Working on the lungs is very important. The breathing, different methods of breathing and breathing out. And the areas of the lungs. Sometimes we only tend to use part of the lungs. We want to use all of it. So here we're stimulating the upper chamber of the lungs. And breathe out. And breathing in. And breathing out. You might also feel as you bring your hands up, the shoulders are coming up, and the back also, the shoulder blades stretching in the back, which also opens up the whole upper chamber of the lungs. The more oxygen in there, the better and the stronger you're going to be. One more time. As I relax, I'm going to work on the sides of the lungs. I'm going to take my hands, one hand palm going up onto the top of your head, and the palm going on the back, and then going towards your elbow. And you're stretching the whole sides of the lungs this way. Breathing in and breathing out. Arms flat and reversing. One hand on the head and one on the back, small of the back, breathing in and stretching the other side. And breathe out. Palms down. And then palm up and away. Breathing in. And breathing out. And breathing in. Not only is this stretching the side, but it's crinking, it's shrinking the other side. And it's training these muscles and strengthening the muscles that actually allow for more air to enter the lungs, because your rib cage, if it's tight and won't move, your lungs won't expand. The rib cage has to open to allow it to expand and get more. I don't know where, sorry we got you off rhythm, but to show what's happening and the importance of having flexibility and limberness of the muscles controlling your rib cage. So not only are we stretching them, we're collapsing them, shrinking them. Any muscular movement has both a stretching and a shrinking in different parts of the body. One more time each side. And then out. And then breathing in. And then relax. Now working on the lungs is our dragon clears a path. So put the Qi lock in. And this is important that we do 3 breaths in. And think about the whole lung. It'll allow you to get more in. So as you breathe out first, lead with your little finger and take 1 breath in, another breath in, and another breath in. That's 3, and then 1 out. So we're breathing in on the back of the lungs, the side of the lungs, and the front of the lungs, and then out. In. Might have another gulp in. And again, in. And then 1 out. We've stretched the muscles, we've tuned the muscles to allow us to get more oxygen into that space, every corner, and breathe out. And out. If you need to take 2 breaths, it's okay. But work on the ability for 1. Now follow your hand with your eye so the eyeball makes a circle in the socket. And start stimulating the eyes as well as we breathe out. Follow the hand around. Follow it in the other direction. And bring it in and then out. Breathing in. So a lot going on. The lungs and the eyes at the same time. Breathing out. One more time each side. This time. And relax. Now, to compensate for having 3 lung, breathing in 3 with 1 out, now we're going to also work on the lungs, but 3 out. So as I breathe in, this is from the 5 waves, the last one dealing with iron, 1 in, and 3 good breaths out. Then breathe in. 3 out. Through the mouth. As you breathe in through the nose. 3 out through the mouth. Really pushing it. Breathing in. There's a slight rise as I breathe in. And sinking as I breathe out. Breathing in. If you feel lightheaded, then just don't breathe out so much. And I have to rest a second. We don't want to hyperventilate or get too much oxygen out. Feel that rhythm, that wave. That's why it's part of the 5 waves. One last time. And relax. Now also combining the eyes, stimulating the eyes, and changing where the focal point is. As I breathe in, my hands come up nice and close, and I'm going to focus on the lines on my hand. Then as I come up, I'm going to open my eyes wide, have my fingers like claws, really very tight, and I want to see both hands and the peripheral vision of my eyes. And I relax as I bring up fine, intricate vision, really, really close. And then as it gets up, tense. You might even tense your toes at the same time. Tense fingers, tense toes, and looking in the peripheral vision of your eyes to the fingers, and then relax. Relax the hands, the toes, everything is relaxed. And again, very like a microscopic vision of your hands as it's close. And then open your eyes really wide. Feel the white of your eyes. There's open so much, and see each hand. Look at both hands, but looking straight ahead. And relax. And feeling that rhythm and the change of fine, really intricate, close-up vision, and then opening, tense fingers, tense toes, looking at way to the right and the left, and then relax. And then come up. Very, very close vision. And then really tight fingers, claws, claw toes. Open your eyes wide. We'll do one more time and relax. And breathe in. Changing the focal point with my eyes. Getting really a lot of exercise with the line. Clawed fingers, clawed toes. Open, feel the coldness, wide open eyes. And then relax. I'm moving with the concept of that claws, how the cat stance, which is also the metal. So we're going to have most of the weight on the back foot, and then just on the ball of your foot in the front. One hand up, even with the eye, kind of go at an angle for you to see, and a 45-degree angle. And we'll feel it breathing in and out, feeling the tension of the metal element, the shield, creating this metal shield around us. And then we're going to relax and go to the other foot going forward. Opposite hand of what hand is up high. And we're going to do this a little different now. Just in a second. We feel this positioning, the tension, and our hands are like a metal blade, a steel. Swords are made out of metal to be and very sharp. And back to the theme of the white blood cell, is it can distinguish between what needs to be attacked, the element that's strange to the body, and what needs to be let alone. And it's that sharpness of the metal that allows certain things to get through and certain things to be cut away. So normally we would try to stand on that position for a longer time, but instead we're going to do it multiple times and switching back and forth and see if you can, only if you're agile, get your front foot further away and get lower. And because we won't be standing very long on that position, it'll allow you to get lower. And then switch. I'm twisting just so that you can see. You can do it in one position, just in the front, and get low. And then stand up and go down again. So it's kind of like taking that knife blade, cutting away what doesn't need to be there. And our feet are like a cat ready to pounce. You know that. So it's not that I'm heavy on my feet, I'm light on my feet, especially that front foot. You can kind of pick it up every once in a while. You don't have hardly any weight on it. So this ability to change positions also allows you to get lower and lower in the position to create a workout, as well as manipulating this metal element to be at its most efficient method. One more time. Okay, and then back again, holding on to the lower dantian, just a second. And here, feeling this whole energy. Where is it? In the body. And where do we want it to end up? So if we started way down deep into the level of the white blood cell and its creation from the kidneys. So now I want to shine the surface, shine my armor that come around the back. You remember with the 12 organs, we would tap, we would beat the surface. But now the goal is to shine the armor. So we're starting with the smooth movement down the back of the leg. If you're barefoot, feel the bottom of your feet, up the insides of the legs, smoothing it out, shining the surface of the armor, and the mere touch on the skin brings it out to the surface, brings that energy, that protective Wuji element. The immune system now is come right to the surface, Coming here, you can massage the throat, skip your face, they come up to the head, and massage the temples and the ears. And down the back, around the back, and we go through it again. And we'll go night and feel that sensitivity wherever the hand is. It's pulling it out from the center. The bone marrow has the controls, but we want to pull it out to the surface. And we feel that sensitivity of wherever the mind, it's more sometimes the mind than the touch, but here we're combining them together of the mind directing the energy and the touch pulling it out almost like a magnet to the surface. After you get your second shot, you can massage your face. I'm getting mine on January 14th. I can't wait. And we'll do, because of the emphasis of this protective shield, we're going to do this a third time. This is how important it is. We went from extremes of the heavy yang activity, getting really I was out of breath. Now slowing it all down, but putting it in place, putting it right on the surface to help us deflect any. And it's more than saying the immune system for coming around the back. Now, when we're here at the back, really feel those kidneys. They got really a lot more action. You can give a little massage. And as much as we're working on the lungs for the immune system, we also have a conjunction, a pairing of the kidneys. Now from here, as we normally do, cup your hand and follow the same path, really slow, coming and creating this 1 or 2 inch aura around you. So we're pulling it out just a little bit more to make this aura around us of a protective shield. So as I was jumping in and out of the conversation, the kidneys are affecting fear. And so it actually is in part and parcel part of the exercise, not only to protect through the lungs by building up the immune system through the white blood cells and circulating it, but we also want to strengthen the body to overcome fear, to have it bounce off our armor and our protective shield that we're building up here, so it doesn't even enter us. So fear can penetrate the body as much as a virus, and we want to have it protected away from the body. Now you can feel it like a shield around your head. We're not touching with our hands, but you can feel this like space helmet around and the face shield also. Come back down the back side. Instead of the arms, just it allows this more vertical energy. And back out one last time. See if you can feel something between your hand and the body. The warmth, some tingling, slipperiness, magnetism. I've always mentioned, especially with both hands passing each other, how there's some magnetism between the two. Come up, feel the front part of my shield, my face mask, my space helmet around the back. And come around the front. And without touching, now I want to see if I can just have this whole body. As I breathe in, it expands. Breathe out, contraction of the whole body without touching of your hands. But I can feel the energy field around me. Breathing in, I stand up slightly and expand slightly. Breathing out, the sinking. And breathing in. Breathing out. One more time. Now bring your hands on to the lower dantian. As I breathe in, I want to collect it down into the ball that's under my hands. And as I breathe out, I want to project it into the energy ball and make the ball grow hot and larger inside the lower dantian. So breathing in, I collect it down, bringing it from all parts of the body, not from outside, but from the corners of the body. Bring it down to the lower dantian, and breathing out like a metal blacksmith, and the pumping of the oxygen onto the coal, onto the metal. It gets hotter and hotter and hotter. And breathing in, collecting it from all parts of the body. And breathing out, centering it and getting that ball hotter and hotter. Because we want to collect it all here as a storage receptacle for the rest of the day, so I can use it. It's there. It's been tweaked. And now I want it at my disposal. Breathing in from the corners of the body. Breathing out, concentrating it into one ball just behind the hands, but in the center of the body. One last time. And breathe out. Okay.